guys, what's up? User here. Started my new franchise. Now I'm going to explain exactly what I did and the results that I'm getting. So first of all, what I wanted to do is go into franchise and take one of the teams without breaking franchise, which I've had issues with, just cut and turn the team into an absolute mess, a poverty-stricken piece of garbage franchise team that has no chance of winning. And what I found is pretty interesting, but we're going to start the rebuild, and I'm going to show you exactly what I did, and I'm going to give you the first few games if you haven't seen my live streams and get you caught up on everything that's rock and roll. And I might turn this into like a little mini series covering this first whole season and sort of explain my steps along the way of exactly how I've gotten the results that I've gotten. So I already had a dynasty, and it was already a season or two deep, which I've been playing through a little bit. I would recommend to link it to your franchise. You get to the end of your dynasty season, and before you do that, create a franchise, link it to your dynasty, and once you go back to your dynasty and advance to your off season, it's going to ask you to export those seniors. That's what you want to get the results that I have here. So Leary, Wall, and Tower are all players from my dynasty. As you can see here, it imports them for season 2. You can't technically use them, but they are available to scout, and they will then be available going into your third season. That's why I said to simulate through the first season. Also, these draft classes, even if you don't want to bring your players in, it's vital that you do it, because the overalls of the players that come from a linked dynasty they make the game playable. They're still pretty high rated in the 80s and stuff, but you're not going to have constant 90 overall players in each round, and that just essentially breaks the game completely, and I'll show you why as I'm going through this. But the rebuild starts. We get our first round receiver Atwell. We have our franchise quarterback drafted, Paul Wall, baby. Francis Leary is our tight end from our same school. We basically brought all of my Berserks guys in here, and we're going to get going with the franchise here in a second. Boot up franchise and just say you picked a Blizzard. This is essentially the roster you're going to get. You're going to have a bunch of 90 rated players. You have 2 94, 95 rated quarterbacks. Your offensive line's pretty stout. Defensively, there is not a single weakness on this team. It's absolutely disgusting. There isn't a player worse than like a 91 on the defense. We essentially cut just about all of these players to get this result. As you can see here, we have our franchise quarterback, Paul Wall, baby. We have rookie receiver Atwell here, our rookie tight end. Unfortunately, we were not able to draft Tower. So what I ended up doing is going to get him in free agency, and I'll show you what took place there. I also had quite a bit of work to do in free agency to sign players and bring some guys in, which is really difficult. As you can see here, my roster is currently at 30 out of 80 players, so bringing these guys in was very difficult. I was able to go through and make a few signings. It took a while because it's very difficult to sign players right now, but I was able to build this roster up and get it to a functional state at a 53-man roster through preseason. So, to my surprise, I actually received a trade after making multiple efforts with the Wraith to get Sean Tower from them. They actually approached me with the Sean Tower trade. Now, that didn't shock me because these guys had like 10 running backs on their roster, so I'm assuming through cuts, the 82 overall guy, which most teams would be like, man, that's a good running back. Not in maximum franchise mode. He was the odd man out, so they were looking to trade me for a defensive tackle straight up, which I happily accept. But after a off-season of building and trying to get this team organized, it was time to play our first game, the Tampa Pirates. We were visiting. We're on the road. It's Paul Wall's first start as a rookie quarterback, and we're about to see if some of our trade and all of this effort to make this franchise happen actually pays off. Rookie Paul Wall comes out and essentially plays like a rookie. He is shown here throwing one of a few interceptions that he had to start this game. Luckily for Paul, the defense, with some of the new user pick control on defense, we were able to get an interception to get the ball right back. After his first interception, Paul Wall comes out, gets recomposed. We dial up a great game play call there for him, and he throws his first touchdown as a rookie to the other rookie receiver. He's going to have a connection with this guy to start the season. Some inconsistencies in the pass game. We chose to lean on our run game with veteran running back Herman, the monster, who is going to be a mainstay name in this series as he takes this to the house. This man is on fire to start the season. You'll see that through the first 4 games here. Down 2014, Wall has a chance to put his team up and throws a horrible interception in the end zone. Luckily for the offense, right outside linebacker 53 Gibbs comes up with an interception across the middle, and he actually takes this back for a pick 6 heading into the 4th quarter. The Pirates come out driving, and with 1:14-ish left on the clock, the Blizzards send an exotic blitz, but one of the receivers runs himself wide open and takes the go-ahead touchdown, putting them up going into the last minute 10 of this game. This is one of those drives where the veteran guys on the sidelines are really wrapping their heads around losing this first game, but Paul Wall, with ice in his fucking veins, sends a nuke to Pantoja, the other rookie, to put this team up late in the game with under a minute to go. Paul will come out gunslinging with these games on the line. What an answer by him after a terrible start to this season in the interception column. The defense holds and gets a 28-26 road victory to start the season. The Blizzard are on their way 1-0, even after the disastrous game that Paul Wall had here. My God, let's take a peek at his stats. Absolutely atrocious from this man. Goes 10 for 19, 2 interceptions, 2 touchdown passes, 4 sacks. He's also getting hit a lot. Let's see if he can bounce back going into week 2. Also, could not find Sean Tower on our roster, as he is right here in the free agent section. Now, we did trade for him, so I'm not exactly sure what this was, if it was some sort of bug or something, but luckily for us, Sean doesn't put up much of a fight. He does go ahead and sign a 4-season deal with us as a rookie, so essentially he gets a payday right off the bat, which is usually what happens after your rookie contract's up. So we were able to ink him and get him on the roster officially. Week 2, we play the Reapers, and we have a major problem. This guy, Kenneth Diaz, 32-year-old, 99 overall running back, 99 speed, 90 strength, 99 agility, what are we doing? What is this guy? A freaking cyborg? Is this the dude that's looking for John Connor? What are we doing? So going into this game, I built a game plan around stopping that absolute unit. It's our opening home game here with the new look Blizzard, Paul Wall leading us into battle. Defensive game plan immediately goes out the window as they one and done us in the past game. I was going to play with a safety in the box to help with the run game, but we see that that's not going to happen. On our first drive, Paul comes out and immediately throws an interception. This is going to be a theme through the first 4 weeks of the season. Our defense is able to hold them to 3. We're immediately down 10-0. And then Herman Monster wakes up and he just decides, I'm going to take over this game, and there's nothing the Reapers can do about it on the way to one of his many touchdowns. Player we need to get familiar with in the Blizzards defense is my boy here, number 27, DeJesus, with one of his interceptions. He is going to take this back and set us up for success moving into the late into the second quarter. Paul is going to find fellow rookie tight end Leary here on back-to-back plays for Leary's first touchdown catch of the season. He's going to leak here to the flat and basically run himself wide open. Great game plan by the offensive coordinator. Nice safe throws to keep Tower in check a little bit in the pass game. After a great defensive stand, Wall comes out, throws yet another interception. This one is a pick 6. Paul Wall, baby. Not getting a lot of help from the offense after he drops this absolute dime into number 80, who drops it right before halftime. Place kicker Hassas is able to at least get us 3 points, heading into halftime tied 17-17. Coming out after half, the old Herman Munster is able to power his way into the end zone for the go-ahead touchdown. Fighting to protect the lead, the defense has a 3rd and goal, and not only do they stand up, but they're able to make that tackle, forcing a field goal. Towers playing some really good ball here at this point. Coach schemes up a nice, easy touchdown play for him. That turns into another interception. Just absolutely disgusting play by Paul Wall here. Paul Wall, chasing Peyton Manning's rookie interception record, throws yet another interception, his 4th of the game. That's going to set up the Reapers with an easy chance to win this game late into the 4th. With the ball back in his hands, Wall comes out cooking, finding rookie Tower setting up a chance to score the go-ahead touchdown here. The game on the line, Wall comes out, scrambles, and he throws this insane ball crossbody to Atwell for the go-ahead score. Just like last week, the Blizzard defense is able to hold late into the game, 31-30 in their 2nd game of the season. Rookie quarterback Paul Wall is now 2-0 after leaning on the defense. You could see he has another terrible game, 4 interceptions. It's starting to not look good for him, but they are winning football games. We will cover the next set of games moving forward. We'll see if Paul Wallbaby can rebound from his terrible 6 interceptions in 2 games. The Peacekeepers are on deck as far as the Continental East, not the AFC East. We're getting into that schedule now, so some big games are coming up in weeks 3 and 4 and beyond.